All right, I want to talk to you about one thing we need sometimes. One of the number one characteristics we need to exhibit before the people is humility. Now, there's a great difference between timidity and humility. And the devil sometimes is the author of timidity, where we're afraid and we're kind of standoffish. But God wants us to be bold, brave, very courageous. But He doesn't want us to be proud and arrogant. The devil has a counterfeit for everything. God has the genuine. God wants us to be bold and brave and very courageous. So the devil will substitute arrogance and swagger. So God resists the proud. So one of the greatest attributes that I think a leader can have is that spirit of humility. Preferring your brother. Always trying to see that those that are around you are being lifted up to the next level. That's the whole ministry of a leader, is to not get over somebody, but to lift them up. And that's why it's so important, especially as we see the apostolic and beginning to really emerge. It's not who's over you, it's who you're under, lifting up into the destiny God has for them. So I really want you to look at that. Remember a long time ago they were showing kind of like the pyramid thing, and the Lord told me, tell them to turn it over. It's not who's over you, it's who's under you, lifting you up to the destiny God has for you. So leaders, if we're going to really be successful, let's have a real heart of humility. How does it happen? It happens when you really realize every good and perfect gift comes from God. We're not generating this thing through our own ability. We couldn't even get out of bed if it wasn't for the grace of God. We are what we are. We're indebted to God for the very air we breathe. Isn't that amazing? So that keeps us pretty humble. And another thing to remain humble about is God's mercies are new every morning. Lamentation 3 says, great is His faithfulness. His mercies are new every morning. So aren't you thankful for the grace of God? I know that you are. And if you're going to be a leader now, there's some characteristics we need to exhibit before the people. And truly one of them, most important, I think, is humility. You know why? God resists the proud, but He gives great grace to the humble. The Bible said, humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, that He may exalt you. What if we have a job reversal? What if Bobby begins to do God's job of exalting Bobby? God has to do Bobby's job of humbling. Let me tell you this. I've been in this 50 years. God can do a better job than Bobby. So my job is to humble myself under the mighty hand of God. It's God's place to exalt me. But if I try to exalt myself, then He'll have to humble me. So God resists the proud. So if you're going to be a leader, make sure you ask God, search my heart. Make sure there's no pride, no arrogance, no egotism in my heart, because that's what leaders have to do. Now, if you want to, I want you to check into our YouTube channel, and there's going to be more concerning leadership.